This is my kid's marble race, so I'm going to put the marbles in. You put in a marble at the top and a lovely form of physics occurs, but it's bought from a shop, obviously enough. Tonight we meet a 23-year-old maths graduate and software designer who decided to build his own sort of nice camera work. Over the course of 6 months, it grew and grew across the walls of his Auckland flat. In the end, he entered it into a competition to imaginatively smash a Cadbury chocolate egg. He didn't win. But the video ended up on YouTube, and Chris Burke told us about it, and everyone in our office who watched it was utterly enchanted. So I went to meet the young man who made a marble race art.
They're often called, these machines, Rube Goldberg machines, named after the cartoonist who used to draw them in the early part of last century. And they would perform very simple tasks in the most elaborate and indirect way. And people find them really funny, as well as clever. And the combination of those two things works.
Now, I know in the wide shot it might not look very exciting, but it starts right over there at the top of that wall in the corner and ends up right down here in this corner, having travelled 2 full walls to get here. And it's all made out of the cheapest possible material. Much of it's just loo rolls, bits of cardboard, ice cream containers, drawing pins and hot glue. But the end result is something wondrous, the kind of marble race that little boys and girls would dream of. We're going to show you it in full, all 2 and a bit minutes, in a moment, we promise. But first, meet the young man who made it, Joseph Herscher. How long did it take you to make this extraordinary thing?
6 months, working about 1 day a week and a few evenings a week.
When you say a few, how many evenings a week?
Well, it changed. There were times when I got frustrated and I stopped for a while. And there were times when I would work every single hour after work and every single hour on the weekend, occasionally. Ah, I understand that's not working.
Were there times when your ambition exceeded your practical ability, given the sorts of materials you're working with? Did you have, moments where you thought, I really can't do this?
Yeah, for sure. There were times I would get sort of a bit too obsessed with parts, and I'd try and make it work and try and make it work. Like this part here, originally the marbles that came down were going to sit in little containers like they do, and this was going to spin past and pick them up as it went, and then deposit them down the bottom. And I spent about a month trying to do that, and it got more and more complex, but I find it really hard to give up on something. In the end, I just did, and I ended up with something else which is probably better.
A month?
Yeah, on just that part.
And whilst this was going on, your flatmates, your 6 flatmates, were just conducting the normal business of the house around you?
Yeah.
Watching TV, eating dinner?
Yeah, they got pretty used to it. I would it would move around the lounge as I moved the machine around the lounge, so there'd always be this huge sort of mountain of rubbish and scraps and my tools, and I'd try and always keep it away from the sitting area, and it would slowly shift around the room, and they sort of shifted accordingly.
When it was finished, it still had to work from one end to another. That took 3 days, with Joseph filming every take, roughly 200 attempts, and then finally it happened. This.